There we go. It was spinning and spinning and spinning. I wasn't sure if I was ever going to get live. This is the Daily 180. My name is Todd Wente. This is the Daily 180. 180 seconds of motivation and inspiration intended to help you take action and improve your life. This is episode 707 of the Daily 180. I think it's 707. 707. That sounds right. And today I want to talk about something that kind of occurred to me as I was going on a bike ride yesterday. It was the second of my bike rides for the day, and I decided that I was going to just kind of take it easy. So I did. And I normally ride in the mornings. Sometimes I ride in the evenings. But as I rode that particular morning or that particular evening last night, I was impressed at the way that cars were passing me. Normally, when I am riding, I have, especially in the mornings, I have very few cars that are on the road with me. And most of the roads that I choose are roads where there's not a lot of cars. And so as I was riding along, I was surprised. It's evening, and even on my normally kind of not used very much roads, there was a lot of traffic, a lot more traffic than I'm used to. That's fine. I've been riding my bike for 20 plus years. I'm very comfortable with riding in traffic. It's not a big deal. But but it was interesting that as I was riding along, I was seeing people that would choose to pass me closer than they needed to. For instance, there was a car that I remember, they passed me within about 2 feet. I could almost reach out and touch their mirror. Their mirror almost bumped me as they passed me. And they had plenty they didn't have a car coming the other direction, and they had plenty of room in the lane. Even if they had stayed in the lane, they would have been able to give me 3 feet, which is the law here in the state of Utah. You have to give 3 feet if you're gonna pass a cyclist. Actually, you're supposed to give 3 feet if you're passing any other vehicle, and a cyclist is considered a vehicle. 3 feet. That doesn't seem like very much. It doesn't seem like very much to move out of your way to go around someone. Um, and it wasn't like I was standing still. I was moving at a pretty good clip. And I found myself wondering why someone wouldn't do that, why someone wouldn't give you a little extra room. And there's lots of reasons that popped into my head. Maybe they didn't see me. Maybe they were focused on something else. Maybe they were looking in a different area. Maybe they were focusing on something on their dashboard for just that moment in time. All these things can make you a little nervous if you're a cyclist. But more likely, in my mind, is that they just didn't care. they they figure if I'm on the road, I get what I get, right? And so as I'm riding along, and then shortly after that, another person, in fact, it was within sight. The other person, there was another person coming along. They moved over just enough. Again, there was no traffic coming the other direction. It wasn't a conflict. There wasn't a problem. They moved over. In fact, they moved over so that they were all the way on the line separating the two lanes of traffic, just long enough to get past me. And I was impressed by this difference in approach. Now, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what was going on in the life of the person that passed me very, very closely, but I'm inclined to think that the person that gave me more room was just thinking about being kind. Uh, I wonder sometimes if the reason that we don't do little things that we can do is because we feel like being kind is somehow an expression of weakness. Somehow it's an expression that we are not being strong, or that we are encouraging other people to not be strong. I'm a little it caused me to be very thoughtful. I'm not sure that I'm not sure that I'm agreeing with that. I'm not sure that I don't agree, but I've started thinking about situations in my life where I have thought about being kind and chose not to. I thought about situations in my life where I look at the situation and I make a conscious choice to not be kind in that moment. I looked at situations in my life where I have chosen to kind of be a jerk to people for whatever reason. And what I came to the conclusion of is that somehow this idea of kindness, of being kind to another person, feels like sometimes it robs us of our identity. I've been listening to James Clear a lot, and he talks about actions that we take being a vote in favor of the person that we want to become, of the identity that we want to adopt. And I wonder if sometimes we see kindness as the opposite of strength. When we are kind, we are not being, when we are kind, we are not encouraging strength. We are giving grace. And as I thought about that more and more, I thought perhaps the greatest strength is giving grace and giving people space to grow, to move at their own move at their own pace, especially when it doesn't cost us anything. It's just something I've been thinking about. My challenge to you today, I guess, is just to be kind. When you find a situation like that, be kind, and see if that doesn't change the way that you feel about life, about people, about yourself. Maybe it'll be a good thing. If this video has given you anything to think about, give us a comment in the stream or in the comments. Share this video with other people if it's been useful. And in the meantime, this has been the Daily 180. My name is Todd Wente. Nulum Diem. We'll see you next time.